Good morning, everyone in our beautiful community, Live Younger. Welcome to our Monday morning chat, which we also love to call the Monday Morning Miracle Call. And we meet every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific for about 30 minutes to share our experiences with these amazing light therapy patches. And if you are new to our community, new to this call, please be brave and let us know. Raise your hand or speak up because we would love to give you a warm Live Younger community welcome. So the purpose of these calls every Monday morning, my name is Michelle Niels, by the way. I co-host with Karen O'Neill, and Karen is in Colorado Springs. I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado. And every Monday morning we meet for a delightful roundtable chat, and we share our love for and our amazing victories and miracles, which are really science, because we do have science. We have over 100 clinical studies proving the efficacy of these patches, a lot of double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. And so it's wonderful to come together and share. It's just like our vitamin B12 shot for the week. So all questions are welcome. We just ask that you adhere to a few parameters so that we stay compliant. And that is that we do not name any diseases, no disease names, no itis, no itises, no disease names whatsoever, because the LifeWave patches do not claim to prevent, heal, cure, diagnose any disease or disease condition. So with that in mind, hold to speaking about symptoms only, and what you felt before and what patches you used. Please tell us what patches and where, because sometimes you place them in a different place than is maybe the protocol. So please tell us where you put the patches, how long you use them, and then what results you had in that span of time. So, and then, so that's testimonials. And then we also are open for questions. And we have a wonderful and very wise community here. So sometimes I put the question out to the community. Sometimes someone will raise a hand and say, oh, I had experience with that, and they'll share their experience. So if you're new to the call, at the bottom of your screen, hopefully it's the same as my screen, you'll see a reactions button. And if you click on that, you'll see a little message at the bottom that says raise hand. So that's how I know to call on you. And please leave your hand up until you're done speaking. And if for some reason you can't find the button, then you can wave or start speaking, and hopefully I'll catch you. So with those parameters in mind, I welcome you all. If anyone is new, Kathleen, did your guest show up yet, or is she not here? We love to welcome new people.
Okay. I don't see her on, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay, Kathleen. I do see in the chat, Judy Best says a first time on this call, but we've been aboard for 2 months. Welcome, Judy Best. We are so happy to have you. Tasia, oh, that's who has your hand up, and you say you're new in the chat. Okay, Tasia, you have your hand up. Go ahead and unmute. Welcome to the community.
Hi, thank you. I was just saying I'm new, and this is my first time on the call.
Oh, very good. How long have you been using the patches?
Just a couple weeks.
Okay. X39?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Where do you live, Tasia?
I live in Toronto, Canada.
Okay, we have a Canadian, eh? Yeah, very good. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I will go ahead and lower your hand. Oh, you did. Great job, Tasia. All right, Sunshower, you are on. Oh, you need to unmute.
Sorry. Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
I'd like to welcome Carol Paris, who's just now joining us. I don't think she heard about all of our things to do. So if you're here, Carol, are you able to unmute yourself and say hi to everybody as you're brand new? I think she's connecting to audio. I see that right now.
Oh, good.
Maybe, I wonder why that's taking a while.
What's her name, Sunshower?
Carol Paris.
Carol Paris.
Yep. I see she's
Okay.
trying to connect to audio.
Oh, I see that. I see someone named Desiree connecting, but okay. Well, Carol, if you are able to unmute later in the call, please come on. This is someone that you brought on board, Sunshower?
Yes, I actually placed her under someone. Yep.
Great. All right. Well, welcome, Carol. We hope to hear from you. Okay. Who has a story to share, a testimonial to bless this community this morning? Ted. Oh, yay, Ted. I know you've shared some amazing things over the last few weeks. So welcome.
Another amazing story for you. So Friday we passed an 85-year-old lady who had shoulder pain, couldn't raise her arm, couldn't raise her arm very high, had it for years, and she had some problems with her foot. Some swelling in the legs and some other issues. We patched her, we put energy enhancers on the bottom of the feet. We put an Eon on her shoulder that was causing problems. And then we put, let me see here, I think 39 and Eon, I think, on the foot. And she was able to stand and walk without pain within seconds. Her pain level. Now she had been sedentary. She'd been sitting all morning, but she'd been active the day before. So her pain level was just from sitting at like a 5 or 6, and it went down to a 1. And her pain in her arm went all the way down to 0, and she was able to raise her arm. Amazing story.
How old did you say she was?
85.
That's what I thought you said.
85 years.
That's beautiful, Ted. Doesn't this just feel so good to be?
That's amazing. It's such a satisfying natural high to see something like this. It's like, oh my God, this is so great.
What did she say? What was her comment?
She was amazed. She's like, where's this product been? I've never heard of this product.
Where's it been?
And she lives in New York. She lives in New York, actually. She was down visiting her daughter down here in Tampa Bay area. And oh, I know what it wasn't Eon on the foot. It was Ice Wave. We triangulated with Ice Wave and X39.
Now, when you say triangulated, explain that, please.
Okay, so we put energy enhancers on the bottom of the feet first, and then we put white patch on and tan patch on the sides of the feet, right in the middle of the foot on the sides, and then we put on the top an X39, so she was able to stand and walk without any pain.
So you put the energy enhancers not on kidney 1 on the very bottom, but on the side of the foot?
No, the Ice Wave was on the side of the feet. Sorry.
The Ice Wave on the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
The enhancers just to give her a little extra oomph on the bottom of the feet.
Wow. Good for you, Ted.
It was awesome. It was so great. And now she's going
Yay.
to tell all of her friends about it and family.
How can you hold this in, right? I mean, how can you hold?
Oh, so ecstatic. It was like,
right?
it's like a little schoolboy afterwards. Like,
Thank you, Ted. Hey, Ted, are you going to be in Orlando?
yes, I am.
Awesome. I can't wait to meet you.
It'd be my pleasure.
All right. Take care. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Victoria, or I'm sorry, I don't know your husband's name.
Yeah.
Jim?
Yeah.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
Very well. Thank you.
Good. I have it wasn't their time story.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria shared part of it last week. It was a fellow that we used to work with, and I shared, the patch information with him well over about a year ago. And he sounded interested in everything. And I tried to talk to him a couple different times after that. And then I guess he sent Victoria a message saying, I'm not really interested in this, and he is the type of person that believes that, the mind is a fantastic thing. People can actually heal themselves with their mind. And, my answer to that is, well, if you've got problems, why haven't you healed yourself? But I don't say that. Anyways, getting on to the story. We finally patched him last weekend, and he gave me a text sent me a text the next day and said, "Hey, I don't have any pain from my bicycle, accident that he fell off his bicycle, 4 months ago, and at night when he sleeps, his left shoulder hurts, because he goes from one side to the other in his sleep, and when he gets on that injured shoulder, it wakes him up, and then when he gets up in the morning, he still has the pain in his shoulder until after a while it goes away during the day, and then but anyway, he said that that alone wouldn't have impressed him, because he thought it was just starting to heal on its own. But he had oral surgery a month prior to that, and every morning when he brushed his teeth, his gum on that side would bleed. And he got up and brushed his teeth, and he had no blood on his toothbrush. And he thought, well, that's too much of a coincidence. The pain's gone, the blood's gone. Well, that was one patch.
And Jim, did you say that was just Eon?
No, X39.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, and that was just one patch. And then, so he ordered his patches. He got his patches 2 days ago. He sent me a text yesterday saying that he got his patches. And I said, well, can we talk? And he said, well, I just got back from a long bike ride. And I just want to, cook dinner and go to bed. I'm really beat. Can we talk tomorrow? So he called me just before this phone call. And he said, it's really weird. He said, this is just bizarre. He said, the pain came back in my shoulder when I wasn't on the patch, and the bleeding didn't come back all the way, but it did start to bleed again a little bit. And he said, I put the patch on last night. He said, wake up this morning, the bleeding's gone again. The pain's gone, it was gone overnight. He said I just can't wrap my mind around that. He said, I believe that if you took a banana and put it on your shoulder and you really believed in the banana, that it's going to do something for you, it would do something for you because of your mind. But, he said that I can't ignore this patch. And, he said, I want to see what it does for my friend and landlord, because he has a foot pain in his foot and feet, and he can barely walk anymore. And so we're waiting to see what happens with him. I've heard a lot of stories on here about people with the same condition in their feet, and it's gone. So, but anyways, he's seriously thinking about becoming a distributor because, he's well connected. He's well connected in his brother's gay, and he's well connected in the gay community. And he said, out here in California, they have lots of money, and they believe in all this weird stuff, for healing and stuff like that. And he also has connections in Hollywood and so forth.
Oh my gosh, sounds like you found a little gold mine there, Jim.
I'm hoping.
Well, that's a wonderful share. Thank you. So many of us baby boomers are having teeth and gum issues, so it's always nice to hear the stories. Thank you for sharing.
It's really interesting, and I was hoping, I didn't want to wish anything on him, but I was hoping that the pain would come back. after the one, the one patch incidents, and the gum bleeding would come back, and it did. And the gum bleeding coming back really surprised me, but it didn't come back as bad as it was. But anyway, that's what I couldn't wait to share that.
Thank you, Jim. Awesome. Beautiful share. All right. So we've got lots of hands up. Yay. We've got Sunshower, and then Adele, then Heidi, then Sybil, and then Linda. That might wrap up our call. So Sunshower, go ahead, unmute. And what have you got to share?
Well, my friend Carol Paris is on with us now. I see that she's connected to her audio and that she's unmuted. Carol, can you hear me and can you speak up? I see she's here. Carol Paris. Oh, well, anyway, she's here and she's brand new, and I just got to meet her last week at Sunwolf's home, and she's just a ball of fire and is already having wonderful experiences with the patches. Definitely aboard. I'll let you guys go. I thought that she would be able to speak.
Okay, thanks for trying again, Sunshower. We will hear from Carol in the right moment, whether today or in the next coming weeks. Okay, so we have Adele. Go ahead and unmute, Adele. Adele, you're still muted.
We go.
There you
Can
go.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm watering the garden. I have a friend I've had for a long time who's 65, and she just had a 7-hour surgery, a facelift, well before she knew about the patches. But she wore X39 for the month before. And then she asked me, can I wear this after? I said, absolutely. I said, put it on afterwards and let's see what happens. And it's been a week. It was a week on Friday, and I saw her. And she actually said, her doctor said, I don't know what's going on, but there's no swelling. She only needed to take 3 half Tylenols for pain. And she looks amazing and totally, she's just in shock about how well the whole procedure has gone and her lack of pain. And she became a distributor on Friday, a week after her surgery, because she knew that they'd made a big difference. So pretty exciting. There we go. To have that happen for her. So,
and was that just X39, Adele?
Just X39. Well, I told her surgery was below her ears, and I said, put one the day or two before, put one on each side, just to kind of beef up that area. And then afterwards, I told her to do the same thing, put a fresh one underneath each ear right after the procedure. And that now she's just wearing it on her back, one of them, but she's thrilled. So
I'd be very curious what her plastic surgeon would say.
Well, he couldn't believe there was no swelling. He said, Jenny, there's no swelling. What did you do? So she said, I'll tell you later. She wasn't ready to talk about it yet, but she'll tell him.
Well, when Jenny's ready, she just may have another distributor there with that plastic surgeon.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was very open to it, and he's considered one of the best in Dallas. So
awesome. Wow.
Yeah, but had she known about the patches a year before and been using them, she probably wouldn't have had the facelift, but that's okay.
Oh,
anyway,
thank you. That's fun. I don't think I've heard a story like that yet. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, thank you. I'll see you in Florida.
See you in Florida.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Heidi, and then Sybil, and then Linda.
Good morning, Michelle. I'm here about 20 minutes outside of St. Louis, Missouri on my way to Orlando to the conference. And I had a quick share. Yesterday, I met with my friend that I hadn't seen for about 9 months. They gave me a hug and then they picked me up, and they somehow later in the day, my shoulder blade was pinched and I couldn't even reach over. And if you can see in my car, I couldn't even reach over here to my little fanny pack to pull out my little treats while I'm driving. Anyway, I happen to have my keychain that has some previously used patches inside of it. And I looked and I went, oh my goodness, I have Ice Wave. So I took these Ice Waves, and while I'm driving, I took them off from my little previously worn little thing here, and I put it on my back. And then by the end of the day, I could move to reach over to get to my shoulder treats. So I'm happy that I have my previously worn Ice Wave.
Now, I'm curious, just for those, especially those that are new, when you say previously worn, Heidi, how long? I mean, did you wear them previously for a full 12 hours or was it shorter?
Yes,
or-
I wore it previously on my my hand,
Mhm.
and then I put it, so this was a week ago, I had it on my hand.
Wow.
It was a
And,
week old.
and were you able to reach the spot by yourself or did you have your
I
friend help?
just went, I was wearing a tank top, so I just went and I was not wearing an undergarment on my top half. And so I just reached over, put it on, and then put it down lower because it was just shooting up and back and
Oh my,
crosswise. So
my goodness. Okay, so for those of you who are new and maybe haven't heard of Ice Wave, it's a 2-patch system. And if there is pain on the back of your body, especially your back specifically, you may need help with application. But good for you, Heidi. Oh my gosh, driving down the road from Utah to Orlando.
Idaho.
Oh,
too.
Idaho. Idaho. All right. Well, we'll see you in a few days, my dear. Bye. All right. We have Linda and then Chris.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Michelle. I'm new. I'm a friend of Sunwolf and known him for years, worked with him in another company. But anyway, I've been on the patches about 10 days and I've signed up for the virtual.
Oh, very good. Yay.
To just, Sunwolf knows this. I'm just a magnet for information. I love learning and I love learning new things. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to pick up the virtual so that I can learn more about the product and then still be in rhythm with you guys when you get back.
You just signed up 10 days ago, Linda?
I signed up yesterday for the virtual conference.
Okay, but you've been using the patches
for about 10 days. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Good for you. 10 days on board and 10 days using, and you're on the virtual conference. Congratulations. You get it. you rock, Linda.
I think, yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yay. Welcome. Welcome. All right. So now we have Chris.
Good morning. I have someone that is interested and they have a condition where they get stiffness in the hands and swelling in the joints. And I was wondering if anybody has had any suggestions on where to put the patches for that.
Well, on our, as a matter of fact, on our In Touch app, there are I believe three video testimonials that were recorded by people themselves. It's really fun because they were just recording on their iPhones or their Android phones. And there is one of those testimonials where the man is like going like this in front of the camera. And he says, my hands were stiff. I could hardly move them. And it's X39.
Right.
You know, always starting with X39.
Right. Okay.
But if there's actual pain, then that's when you might, go to Ice Wave or Eon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking Eon, but I didn't know if Ice Wave, well, I mean, Ice Wave would bring down the immediate pain, but I was just hoping that, so I'm going to go look for those videos because I'm very interested that he could move his hands again. And she's really concerned about how stiff her hands are. So
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thanks for your question.
You bet. Thank you.
Yeah. Sybil took her hand down, it looks like. Okay. Are there any other questions or testimonials? We have another minute or two.
That's right. When we go to 8:30.
Oh, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Good morning. Wow, I'm going to be in good company. I hear a lot of people going to Florida. I have a woman that I went to visit this weekend who has some real serious spinal alignment issues and pain in her hips and legs and whatnot. And she's really excited about the stem cell patches, but we went ahead and I used Ice Wave and moved it's the 2 patches. I put it right on the hip where it hurt the most, and then she kept having referral pain in other areas, so we tried the white patch, and we got it to 0, from 8 to 0, which was super exciting for her pain. And then the next day she called and she said, this has been really amazing, but I'm noticing when I take it off, it kind of comes back. Can I just leave this on indefinitely? And I said, it really actually, your body responds better if you give it a little break. But she said, is it normal to have the pain kind of move around to different places? I had told her if it feels like it's coming back or moving to another area, move the white one, keep the brown one on that spot that's so I wondered if anybody else has had that experience and how you worked with it when the pain kind of moves around.
What a great question. And let me ask, is she using X39 as well?
She is.
Okay. Okay, because we all know that'll go to the root, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone have an answer for Jennifer? An experience with Ice Wave where you apply the tan patch and you have relief, but then the pain kind of moves around. Does anyone have anything to share about that? Shannon.
I'd be happy. Yes, I'd be
Hey.
happy to. Hi, good morning, everyone. So Jennifer, that's a great question. There's a number of possible causes for that, as you called it, referred pain or trigger point pain.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put the white patch on, sometimes the body wants to make sure that it's protecting the nervous system. So it'll find a different point to send that message that there's actually pain going on. It's again, the body's response to self-preserve. So pain is a good message. You want the body to feel something. If there's an impingement or something really going on, we call it interference with the nervous system. So that was good advice to keep her off the patch for a while, because her body needs to know why that pain is happening. So I'd recommend definitely she can switch it up with Eon, of course, X39, the Ice Wave, and change locations. Teach her how she can use the white patch in other locations. But bottom line, I'd highly suggest that she have that looked at, because we don't know what's causing that interference with her nervous system. Good chiropractor, a DO, someone like that could help out for sure.
Oh,
Hope
thank
that
you,
helps.
Shannon. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're more than
Beautiful
welcome.
response, Shannon. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, we are at the bottom of the hour. What a great call and what wonderful stories, some unusual ones today. So I'm going to turn it over to Robin and Gregory to speak about tonight's community call.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. You do such a wonderful job. You're such a gracious hostess. And what a wonderful call. What a great way to start our Mondays. We love our miracle calls. We love our miracles. And Robin and I have been saying this for years. Every morning we have to pinch ourselves because we know we're going to hear miracles. And thank you everyone for sharing, and looking forward to seeing everyone physically and virtually coming up this week. Can you believe it? It's conference week. Oh my gosh. I just kind of noticed it. Prepare for your air flight. And God bless you, Heidi, driving all the way from Pocatello, Idaho. Oh my gosh, she's going to get the long distance driving award. But so this is a big week. So tonight on the call, we'll be talking a little bit about conference preparation, both for people that are attending virtually, as well as people that are physically going to be there, going over some of the scheduling and such. And we probably have a few tips from the top from some new leaders that'll be joining us to share some of their secrets to success. Always wonderful to hear from new achievers on, what they did, because sometimes the little keys unlock the big doors, and sometimes someone will share a little key and it'll change your life. It'll change your business. So that's really great. And I do want to point out, Liz is working diligently to try and figure out what's going on with our text notification system. It seems like hit and miss. And it missed me, it hit someone, it didn't hit something. So if you didn't get it, it will, if you would, Liz put her email address in the text, and you could send her an email in the chat, send her an email with your phone number and name. So this way she can go back to our vendor and say, hey, here's a group of people that have been registered, that used to be registered, that aren't getting it. Me included, Liz, you can include my name in there. And we'll see if we can't get that fixed. So thanks, the gremlins are at it again.
Quick question, Gregory. I'm looking at the chat right now, and maybe because I don't have my glasses on. So Liz's email is Liz Hodges. Then what does it say after that?
CFL for Central Florida.
Got it. Thank you, Liz.
And
Liz,
Michelle, you're one that I looked up and I could not find you in there with your name. So I don't know what your cell phone number is, but
I stopped getting them last week. I've been getting them regularly until last week, but should I send you an email then? Those of us who.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And tag the subject line, text messages or text reminders. That way then I can do a sort, and because I get over 200 emails a day, so I don't want to miss anybody. So I can just do a sort for text message MSG. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. We'll see if we can't figure out what's going on to get our messaging going again. So that's all I had to share. Thank you everyone for joining.
Wait, Gregory.
Yes. Oh, Robin. Hi, Robin.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Wonderful. We're very excited to see you. And like Gregory said, the schedule this week is going to be different. And so we're not going to, and we will put everything in the newsletter of the convention's schedule week and next week, because we're not going to have a director's call. We're not going to have a Thursday morning chat. Then we're going to be together Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For those that are staying on Sunday, we're going to have, we've got a breakout room to visit on Sunday morning. And Monday night, we are traveling, so we're not going to have a Monday night next week. And all this will be in the newsletter. And then Tuesday night, we're going to have a highlights recap of the convention. So just stay tuned to the newsletter, that it'll have all the details, and let your people know the schedule. And I do want to share a quick story. I got a call yesterday from a friend who's, got someone visiting from out of town who was in pain. Sent her over to the house with a 2-year-old. I just patched her up and she says, I want to buy everything. So she walked out with a bunch of patches. She says, I can't believe it's all better. So her neck pain happened to be right at C7. How convenient, huh? So she got an X39. She got a nice wave and a neon. It had to, it was great. And it was the quickest sale I think I've ever done. So we've got something so wonderful to share with the world. And I do share that, I feel a sense of responsibility to let people know that this technology exists, because it really, really, really enhances quality of life. So we're excited to see everyone. We'll have the call tonight. Tomorrow night, we have Dr. Stewart on, and then we'll be taking a break from the calls until next week. And we'll be back in touch, and stay tuned with the newsletters. If you are not getting the newsletter, know that the newsletter is in the Live Younger Success. It's under the library and resources. It's also under what's new. So there's no excuse. We do have a few people that are challenged with their newsletter going to spam or who knows what, but it is always there, and the whole archives of all the newsletters exists there. So that's what I wanted to share this morning. And yay, Heidi, for your travels. And I know Anne Marie's on the road. She was driving from way up in Vermont, I think. So she's heading down. We're all going to, a bunch of us are going to converge together, and we'll be in touch with all the directors, and you'll be distributing the name tags to your teams. So that's the way that's going to work. All right. I think that's it.
Awesome. So
thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome, Robin. So if you didn't get the hint, read your newsletter. There's a lot of good.
Was I subtle enough?
Yeah, that was excellent, Robin. There's a lot of info in there. So before you ask a question, check the newsletter, because the answer is probably there. All right,
you know
everyone.
what? I really, really appreciate that, because you have no idea how many people call me, text me with questions that are all right there.
All right there. Yep. All right, everybody.
Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week. See you in Orlando.
Bye.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
Thank you, Robin.
Happy trails to you.
See you in a few days.
Until we meet on Thursday.
Happy
See you soon.
trails.
Have a great day.
Keep
Bye,
climbing
Rebel.
on till then.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.